Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be about cars, but some of you guys may take interest in it if you want to go ahead and do something to your garage, but at the same time still keep your car in the garage as well, just like I want to do in this video here. And you guys like to work out. So I have worked out pretty much most of my life. Right now I kind of stopped, and it's because I've been really busy, don't have a lot of time to go to the gym like I used to go 5 days out of the week, and on top of that play soccer. So I wanted to go ahead and begin working out again, and what better way to do that than doing it at your own house. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do today, is install a squat rack in my garage that is foldable. So let's go ahead and take a look at this right now. Alrighty, so here is the squat rack. I actually got this thing used for $100, believe it or not. So that's pretty crazy. Got a good deal on this. It's just a squat rack though. Didn't have any weights or a bench or anything. So it's still a pretty good deal because these things are averaging like 500 plus. This one specifically looks like it's in pretty good condition. Looks almost brand new. Doesn't even look like they honestly used the top or actually the bottom portion of the actual kit. They only use like the top portion of it, which was like this part right here. So this is honestly like brand new. Here are all the parts. This is not part of it. That's just my wing. I'm move it right now so I can install this thing right here. But we're gonna go ahead and install this in the garage, right in this area right there. Now the reason that we're gonna do it there is because I want to have my car over here on this side. Again, I'm sorry, I know it's a mess. I was just working on something on the car and I had all this stuff out, but over here it's a little bit more organized. I did want to go ahead and clean up the floors as well. I wanted to do like an epoxy setup, but I might still do that, but I might delay it right now because what I'm thinking about doing is on this side, adding stall mats on this whole section right here, pretty much covering it up. And then where the car is going to be, I'm going to leave it what it is right now, which is cement. So it should look pretty sick because the car is going to be in the way. You won't really see the ground. Over here is going to be covered up by the stall mats. So I'm thinking about just doing this temporarily for right now because I do have this ugly stain right here where I dropped paint when I was doing my roof, painting the garage black as well. So as you guys can see, the top portion like looks really clean and sick. I believe the color on the wall is gray stone. The walls are painted black, more of a matte black, and then I have these hexagon lights that I got from Amazon, which I can link down if anybody's interested in purchasing. So yes, let's go ahead and get started. Really excited. First thing I gotta do is find the studs, which I have my stud finder right here, and it looks like there's one right there. So one of the screws is gonna go right there. I'm planning on doing 8 on each one, so 4 at the top, 4 at the bottom, which as you can see there's enough, and then for the top one same thing as well. So we're gonna go ahead and mark these lines right here so far, right there. Now I did notice a problem with this gym rack or the squat rack is these holes are extremely low, as you guys can see. So that means that this thing has to sit pretty low in order to mount up to those holes, which are right here. And I can't do that because this is in the way. I would have to have something in the back in order to push it out a little bit more so it mounts up properly. But then that would also affect the top one. So that means that the top one would also have to be pushed out a little bit more in order for it to be even at the bottom, at the top. So what am I going to do to resolve this? I'm going to go ahead and drill out 2 holes higher up so I can move this higher up. So that should work. I should be able to drill into that. I already have a drill and drill bits, so it should be pretty straightforward. And I think we should honestly be good to go. So my first point of attack and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mount this up first. Once I do that, then I can go ahead and mark the holes where I need to make them on the towers right here, and then we can go from there. So enough talking. I know it's already been probably like, what, 5 minutes since I've been talking. Let's go ahead and do a cinematic and start throwing this thing on. Alrighty guys, so quick update on how everything's going so far. I'm gonna have to stop tonight because it is getting pretty late and I don't want to be making a lot of noise drilling this out. Because so far, I made the 2 holes right there. As you can see, still need to make it on the same size as this right here. So it shouldn't be that hard because I already drilled out a small hole and it's just not going up in size. And here you can see everything connected. In the wall, I was only able to do 3 studs because this one over here, I messed up, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I accidentally made the hole way too high, but I'm gonna just leave it as is because it's already pretty sturdy. It's not going anywhere. So we should be alright right there. Now, here is how I plan on going about making the holes for the top to be able to mount it. And I'm thinking about making the holes there. I'm gonna mount it to that. Once I do that, then I can also mount this top piece right here so it's supported enough so I can just push it onto the wall. I should be able to mark my holes where everything's at. Now in the instructions, I'm pretty confident that it does tell you like how far it should be up right there. But because I had to go ahead and actually make different holes, the size is not going to be exactly the same. So I need to go ahead and mount it up perfectly so it does sit how it should and it's not off. So yeah, quick update. I'll pick it up tomorrow in the morning so we can go ahead and begin finishing this up. Alright, quick update on how everything's going so far. So I went ahead and made this hole up here. Now, this is something that I didn't realize until after I started drilling out the holes for the other side. But if you guys look closely at the board portion over there, you can actually see that it kind of like inclines and goes up. So that means that's not 100% straight. It's going kind of down a little bit. So these holes over here, they were just a little bit higher, as you can see from that bottom hole, maybe like an inch. And then this one right here, I just had to make this hole like a little bit bigger right here so it can fit. And then that side would be good because this side's a little bit shorter. So on the other side, the hose is not going to be as high up compared to this side. So that's one thing that you guys have to pay attention. Make sure that thing's completely leveled out before you go ahead and install it. In my case, I'm actually happy I did it this way. That way it goes flush with the board part right there at the bottom. Now for the top, it's going to mount perfectly. We'll see right now how it looks when I start mounting it up. But my goal is to go ahead and mount it right there. And then the other one over here, connect it, push it back, and then mark my holes where they're going to be at. And then we'll see if it's going to be straight or not. But that's the goal. That's how it's looking right now. It's coming out pretty good. Here are my drill bits. As you can see, I have a lot of them. So I started with the smallest one right there. And then made my way up. And then I ended up with this one right here. I think that's a 3/8. Alrighty, so we got the bottom portion completely done now. As you can see, it opens no problems. Sits flat on the ground. Just gotta put those pins in. Now the top, this bar is supposed to go right there to make it sturdy. But of course, once we add this top portion, that'll make it even sturdier. So let's go ahead and actually install these brackets right here. Alright guys, I am pretty much done. I just ran into one problem with one of these right here. So this one went in with no problems, but this one right here for some reason does not want to go inside the hole. I already started sanding it down, so it's going in like a little bit, but as you can see it gets stuck right there, and I'm pushing it with my body and it's not going anywhere. I went ahead and grabbed some sandpaper. I'm gonna go ahead and sand it down. It might be just a coating that's a little thick, because as soon as I started sanding the tip down, it started going in. I think once I sand down the rest of the area, it should go in with no problem. So that's kind of weird. Maybe that's why the person I bought it from decided to go ahead and sell it. I think there's a few reasons. One being the bottom portion, how you can't really mount it without moving the bracket up. If you have like a border area like I do right there, and maybe this too, on top of that, they just decided to get rid of it. Honestly, because I'm sure that would bother somebody if they bought this for brand new, and some of these, you know, parts don't even fit in correctly. So that's pretty crazy, but everything is there. The only thing I'm missing from this kit is supposed to come with a plate right there, and I don't have it. The guy didn't give it to me, so I'm not sure if he just lost it or it didn't come with this kit either, which wouldn't surprise me, especially with how this kit was made. So we're just going to begin sanding this down, and then I'll throw in a little cinematic of me pretty much using this thing and showing you guys how it all looks. Alrighty guys, so there is a quick demonstration on how easy it is to go ahead and put this away, put it back together whenever you want to go ahead and use it, and how much space this still gives you. Now, I still want to do a few more things. For example, I just don't want to leave my bar here, or barbell, just, you know, chilling in the middle. I like to go ahead and add something right here to be able to mount it to. Same thing when I get my plates, because so far I just have the barbell that I actually picked up for 40 bucks. It is an Olympic barbell, so very sturdy, very strong. And then once I get my weights, I want to get another plate that's going to go right here so I can mount them to the wall. So everything is going to be put away, easy to get to, and it won't disturb me in the garage, and I can still use it as an extra storage space for my other car. So right here you can see the Z parked right on the side, and I actually still have a little bit more space to move it to the left side right here, so it's not taking up the whole space, so I can still walk through here if I need to, and then one of my other cars will fit on the other side as well. So it's pretty cool. I really like this a lot. Obviously this kit I don't think is the best. I've seen a few kits out there that bolt up with no problems. This one had a few issues. Like one of these things, I had to sand it down and now it fits in there with no problem. and I had to go ahead and make some custom holes to be able to move the plate a little bit farther up so it says flush. And right here you can actually see that it's evened out, so it looks really good. Really happy about that. Quick disclaimer though, you shouldn't have to make holes on the frame itself like I had to. I only had to because of how this kit was made. Other kits that I've seen, they mount up higher up, like around this range right here. So you wouldn't have to do that, and you most likely won't run into this problem like I did. So just keep that in mind as well when you're looking at other kits. Check the height. It should be a lot higher from what I've seen. Like Ethos and even Rogue, they actually come down like this versus opening sideways, and they mount higher. And my wing, I'm going to put it back on the car most likely. I'm trying to sell this thing, so it's not going to be in the way, but I'm going to clean it up a little bit more. This mirror right here is going to go inside my house, but once you take it off, I have one of my engines sitting right here in the back. So my goal is to go ahead and clean this garage up a little bit more to make it a little bit cleaner, and then install some stall mats, you know, once I can get my hands on some, and it'll look a whole lot better. So this whole side right here will be stall mat, and then maybe I'll do the other side as well. But this car sits here all the time, so I really didn't want to go ahead and install stall mats on this side just yet if I don't need to, especially since this car, I don't really use it a lot. I did try to look for this exact kit, and I actually cannot find it anymore. I think I saw it on Best Buy, and it was retailing for like $300. So I got a pretty good deal on it, plus the barbell. Spent $40, so far I have a $140 setup. And once I get some plates, then, you know, it's gonna be pretty cheap. And if you guys are interested in anything else that I have done to the garage, like for example, my hexagon lights makes a huge difference on the actual light that it brings inside of the garage itself. So this will be cool for anybody that, you know, wants to go ahead and add a gym rack to your garage and want to have your cool car on the side still and don't want to take up too much space. This is going to be an excellent option for you guys to go ahead and pick this up. There's a whole bunch of other brands out there. Honestly, as long as the metal is sturdy, I don't see why any other brand would be good either. But, you know, there's going to be, I think I saw a brand called Ethos, and there was another one, I think Rogue makes another one. I don't even know if that's how you say it, Rogu or Rogue, but it's a very popular brand. And then I think there was PRX, which is another very common one that I've seen. But this one's pretty cheap. I think those other ones are retailing for 500 plus. So depending on, you know, what you get your hands on, this is a cheap DIY. Don't want to spend a lot of money just to lift some weights. And it's a good alternative to going to the gym instead of having to wait, you know, for some equipment. But the next thing that I want to buy is going to be a bench. And I want to get one that I can actually mount up to the wall as well, so I can put it away. So technically I'm going to have like my bench probably in this area, plates, and then like another one for barbell. I will most likely move this out of the way, put it somewhere else, because I don't really want it in this area. As you can see, it looks kind of weird having, you know, my tools here that I used to clean the backyard and or the garage as well. I might move it to the other side somewhere over there so it's not so visible. But yeah, guys, that is going to conclude the video. Hopefully you guys like it and helps you guys out, especially those of you that are car enthusiasts. You know, that's why a lot of you guys actually follow me on my page, and I want to keep your car inside the garage. It's filthy right now. It's been dusty for the past few days, and I left the garage door open, so it got completely filthy. So don't mind it. Yeah. But yeah, I'm really happy about this. Hopefully this helps you guys out as well. Pretty cool project. Really happy with the overall turnout. It looks really clean just there, you know. Like, it doesn't take up too much space. Obviously the ground still looks like crap. Like, that stain right there just looks horrible. My goal was actually to do an epoxy setup on the whole floor, and I was gonna paint the baseboards like black as well, but I honestly have not had the chance to do it yet. I was planning on doing it myself to make the garage look a little bit better, but I just don't have time right now. But overall, I know I haven't given you guys any updates on the Hot Wheels. If you guys, you know, are just following me, I do collect Hot Wheels as well. I have quite a few rare and sick ones that I really like. A few that I just picked up are some like these. The Skyline, B&R 32 or R32. It's really sick. And I also picked up a few other ones. For example, like this one right here. This one is really sick. I'm trying to get a protector for it because I don't have one. All of them are taken up by my other ones over there. I actually just got another one right over there. This one's signed by Chris Forsberg. That was pretty sick. I was really happy about that one. So it's growing. Still have a lot of Hot Wheels I need to post up, but I haven't posted a lot of videos recently. But I hope to post a lot more very soon. I do have a DIY project that I want to work on the M45, which is connecting a radiator fan from Mishimoto. I actually already have it somewhere back there. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's sitting up there, but it's broken. I got it for free, and I wanted to go ahead and install in the M45 so it can cool it down a little bit better, especially being in Arizona with these hot heat. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully it helps you guys out. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.